About to leave to do our first night passages towards California.
15 knots of wind, lovely, beautiful, blue skies, sunshine, perfect start.
Just want to know you want to pass in my boat.
So we made it. First time touching dry land in what? 5 days, 6 days?
Yeah. After arriving in Northern California, here is our planned route for our next stop in Eureka, where we will wait for a good weather window to round Cape Mendocino. With predicted 5-knot northerly winds, we decided to tow our dinghy, as it will be a calm passage. We motored out of the harbour and headed out a little ways to try and find these low winds that had been predicted for the area, taking it in turns on the helm. Visibility wasn't great, so we also kept a sharp eye out for any other boats. As we headed out, we noticed the winds getting heavier by the minute and the sea more confused in all directions.
So we're currently 22 knot southerlies. It was on there too, well, in predict wind and windy, both predicted 5-knot nor'westerlies right now, and currently looking at both maps it says that it's between 4 and 5 knots nor'westerly wind. It clearly is, and it's gusting, well, it's consistent over 20 knots southerly, and south is where we're heading, so we're kind of beating into it, beating into the wind and the squalls. It looks like our little short trip to Eureka is going to now be a long one, rough one. We've got to wait until the weather calms down, and then probably have to put the motor back on and maybe arrive into Eureka in early hours tonight. That's in the high 20s.
Took down the sails, attempting to motor, but lining up with this rock showed that we weren't getting anywhere, possibly even drifting backwards, as we had the wind and tide against us. So we made the decision to turn the boat around and use this wind to get us back to the safety of Crescent City. Then do this. It was a fast sail back with the current conditions and with our ducky the dinghy in tow. And now, after 6 hours of sailing in the dark, it's time to take it all back down. And we're going to motor into our anchorage where we were this morning. some light on the film camera, but we're just approaching the harbour now, and Bill's very well guiding us into the anchorage. Arriving and dropping anchor in the middle of the night, Billy checked on Ducky before we settled for some well-earned sleep.
US Coastguard, this is Thames. Just wanted to let you know that we lost our tender earlier on today, halfway between Eureka and Crescent City. We're currently anchored in Crescent City. Just wanted to let you know that if you are made aware of an unmanned tender floating somewhere between that area, that there's no emergency response needed.
Coastguard, what's the name of your vessel? Can I get a phone number and a description of the tender over?
Our vessel is called Stephanie Thames. The tender is inflatable, around 8 foot. It's grey and black in colour. Over.
Captain, this is Coastguard. Can you state again your vessel name and your phone number and over?
Phone number. I'll say they can contact us here, Crescent City Harbour.
Yeah, because we don't currently have a US number.
The vessel's name is Stephanie Thames. I don't have a US number because I'm just travelling down from Canada. You can contact Crescent City Harbour and they will be able to relay a message if needed. Over.
Captain, this is Coastguard, Roger. And how long are you going to remain in the city? Over?
We're looking to stay possibly until the weekend. We're just waiting for the weather to change favourably for us. Over.
We'll be standing by on channel 16 for further information is out.
So just making some batting in here, then we're going to insulate it, board it over. So for now, just going to do some double-sided tape, just stick it to the wall. Then we're going to fiberglass resin it to the hull before fitting the insulation and paneling on top.
Since we had some unexpected extra days in Crescent City, we took the opportunity to get to the hardware stores and crack on with a couple of jobs, as we had to go into the dock since we didn't have Ducky to get us to land from the anchorage. We're just about to leave Crescent City and head towards Drake's Bay, which is the very start of San Francisco. It was time to set off to around Cape Mendocino. I think we're going to have to, it's going to hit the thing. Yeah, hitting it. Our friends over there. See them soon. To start, the winds were good enough for us to raise our sails and put Monty on the helm. As the evening turned into nighttime, unfortunately the wind died. We did try to motor, but where we don't have a working auto helm, we took turns to steer. Overnight we still had no wind, so we drifted around for the first night just to catch up on sleep.
The wind has finally arrived, so we've kept our mizzen engine up. We've taken the main down because if it gets stronger, that's when we have to go up on deck to pull down. So taken that down already, and then if we need to, we can move the genoa, take down the mizzen from the cockpit here. But yeah, we're on course. Going at good speed as well.
Having lost that time from the first day, in the morning the wind slowly built, meaning our timing to round Mendocino was going to be a little bit too spicy for us. So we made the snap decision to pull into Humboldt Bay as we passed Eureka.
Oh. So we're just approaching Humboldt Bay at Eureka. We've got our first ever bar crossing. It's a little choppy out here, but you know the winds are not too bad. 10 to 15 knots, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, we're coming up to the marker buoy there. So once we get to there, we've currently got a head sail on. We're motoring as well. We wanted to get in good time to beat the tide change, so the bar crossing was a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, once we get to that buoy, that marker buoy, which is about 100 yards from us, we're going to furl in the head sail, then motor on through.
Oh yeah.
Exciting times.
Let the Coastguard know that we're coming in.
Yeah. You raided the Coastguard, didn't you? Let them know.
Yeah. And yeah, there is no alarm for dangerous weather going in there, so that's good.
No, that's it, yeah. So it should be good to go. See a couple of other boats that just gone through there as well. So.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Since losing our ducky a few days before, we had contact from the Coastguard informing us that someone had actually found her 5 miles out at sea from Brookings, which is north from where we'd lost her. With the contact information given to us and the power of social media and kindness, we had a message from a generous gentleman who said he could go and pick up the dinghy from Brookings and drive a 5-hour round trip to bring her back to us. So we were able to get a slip just before closing hours at the dock, in time to meet Ducky's saviour, Dean.
Look what we got! We got our ducky back! The guy that's driving off right now, very kindly, complete stranger, not coming this way, very kindly went and picked it up for us and brought it back. So there's an end of the oar miss snapped off the other one, but that's fine. Body of it's here, so come on ducky, he came back to us. Oh, he's right behind you.
Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And a special thank you to our YouTube members and Patreons, helping us to keep sailing along.